I'm going to do a cooking demonstration on Coke and Hennessy wings. We've also got some other things planned for you. We're going to do a spiked up watermelon lemonade, and I'm also going to show you how to make the Coca-Cola barbecue sauce to go with these wings. So first, we need to get our marinade together. Marinade is very simple. Most important part of it, of course, is the Hennessy. So we have about a cup of Hennessy. We're just going to go ahead right here in this bowl with our Hennessy. We're going to go ahead and add the teriyaki. I also have about a quarter of a cup of honey for the sweetness. And I have here, which would be about 3 tablespoons of parsley and about a half a bulb of garlic. And I'm kind of a spice person. I like things to be spicy. I have this thing for spice. Some crushed red pepper. And also salt to kind of help bring out the natural flavor. You want to reserve about a cup and a half, possibly, maybe more. We're gonna toss these wings with a reduced version of the marinade to kind of coat the wings. Just gonna give this a taste to make sure it's where I need it to be. That's perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna pour this back in. We'll go about there because we just wanted to very lightly coat at the end. When you're doing things like this, you want to make sure that your meats and your chicken, your seafood is dry. It's very, very important to the process. You really want it to soak in the marinade and get all the essence of everything that you're doing. Whole chicken wings is what I prefer to use. I'm just going to go ahead and add them in. Well, we're going to marinate these for approximately an hour. 45 minutes in the refrigerator, and then 15 minutes outside of the refrigerator. I want them to get to room temp. That is a very important process. Let it sit out for room temperature just for a little while, and it'll definitely make a difference in your dishes, and people will think that you're like this master chef. This part in particular that I'm doing right now is my own homemade vacuum seal. So I'm gonna put a layer of plastic wrap down, press it down, press the majority of the air right out. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and put our top on. In between time, I'm going to show you how to reduce the sauce, get the barbecue sauce started, and then fashion your coals and your wood chips for the grill. Now that we've got our chicken marinating in the refrigerator for about 45 minutes, with the reserved marinade that we have here, we're going to go ahead and reduce it by at least half. We want it to be just thick enough to coat the back of a spoon. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in there and let it start reducing very nicely. It's really important to me that the flavor of the Hennessy is there, because then the illusion of the Henny and Coke wings will really come to fruition, especially if you're a Hennessy drinker. Any Coca-Cola product that you have available and ketchup is like the base to any great barbecue sauce. And so I have a Coke. It's an indescript Coke, of course, as you can see. I have some ketchup. I have some Worcestershire sauce. I have a little bit of cayenne because, like I said, I like a little bit of spice, and some brown sugar. We're going to start with the ketchup. We're going to go ahead and get that all in the bowl, or in the saucepan, excuse me. That's about a cup and a half right there. I'm going to go with about a quarter of a cup to maybe about a half a cup Worcestershire. Gonna go ahead and just put about a cup and a half of my off-brand Coca-Cola. And I typically like to use off-brand Coca-Cola products because in an effort to be just like Coke, they're a little bit sweeter, so that you can kind of curtail your sugar a little bit and cut back, because, obviously ketchup has sugar in it. I'm about to put some brown sugar in it, and, the Coke itself is really sweet. And if you're not really into the whole sweet thing, but if you are, this is a really great sauce. And then we're going to go ahead and add about a quarter of a cup of brown sugar. And some cayenne pepper here for taste. Not too much, because you don't want to blow anybody's out. You don't want to blow their brains out with spice. We're also going to take this on a low-medium heat. We're going to go ahead Whisk this together. Make sure that brown sugar gets incorporated into the sauce. And you also want to cook this until it's able to coat the back of a spoon. A low medium heat is really good if you're going to be bouncing between your kitchen and your patio, grilling your chicken and things like that. You just want to make sure you keep an eye on it. But a low medium heat is guaranteed to be just fine. I'm also going to give this a taste just to make sure it's right where I want it to be. And of course the taste will change at a certain point or another in the cooking process, but at the very beginning you want to make sure it's where you want it. Tastes good to me. For about 30 minutes I've had my wood chips soaking, which is great. So we're going to keep those there for the time being. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and get my charcoal lit. I'm going to take these. Really, ultimately, all I'm looking for is an even hot smoke. Really get them close together. You want all the coals to be a recipient of the heat. You really, really, really want them to all be burning, because once they're hot, we're going to spread them out so we have even heat, which is very, very important. And then I'm going to show you how to place the wood chips in the foil and make like a little wood chip basket for the inside of the grill so that the wood will start to burn. Get your lighter fluid. This can be a very dangerous part. For those of you who are novice, actually, make sure you're pretty far away from your home. You don't want to be a victim of a forest fire or a home fire while you're at home trying to grill. Once you've got your lighter fluid on your coals, go ahead and spark a match. Get it started. I'm going to light it a couple times in different places just because I want the process to get a little speeded up. In the meantime, we're going to get our cocktail started, because who doesn't need a good cocktail in between all of this work? We're going to make our spiked up watermelon lemonade, which is our cocktail that's going with our Hennessy and Coke wings. Okay, so I have a nice sized watermelon here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the ends off. And then I'm also going to cut one piece, which I'm going to reserve to the side, which is going to be a garnish for the actual watermelon glass. I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half. So I'm just going to cut around the edges. I want to get as much as the pulp as possible. Now comes the fun part. I'm going to go ahead, start adding the watermelon to the blender. All right. Seems like enough. We've got some zested lemon here, which is a very important part. Just go ahead and add some of that in. About a teaspoon or so. We've got the lemon juice. A little bit of salt. The salt actually helps bring out the natural flavor of the lemon, or the watermelon, and it'll kind of add a little bit of a hidden surprise element to the drink. It'll give it a little bit of body. Then I just want to go ahead and add some sugar. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my vodka and add it to my spiked up watermelon lemonade. All right. We're going to puree this. While we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and cut the watermelon for garnish. All right. So now we're going to take the glasses. I'm going to add a little bit of the zest to both of these glasses. Then I'm also going to add some of those. We're going to get the ice. Add another lemon. I'm going to go ahead and pour these up. Okay. I've cut these to be a nice Little rimmed garnish. And you can wow your guests with these wonderful cocktails. I'm gonna go ahead and start enjoying one now. And then we're going to go right back outside because guess what time it is? It's time to get grilling. We're gonna get smoking and grilling with our chicken. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy a little bit of this. So now we're back outside at the grill area. Our grills are nice and ashed over. It's got a nice heat going here. We're gonna go ahead and get our wood chips out of the water and into some foil. Holes are okay because we're gonna poke holes in it anyway. You just kind of want to get them in there. And then we're just gonna go ahead and sit that there. I'm gonna go ahead and put my grate on. Just gonna cover that up. We're gonna wait for it to kind of get smoking a little bit. So we're gonna move back over here. We're just starting to get a little bit of smoke going. I'm gonna go ahead and take the liberty of just go ahead and placing the wings onto the grill. You wanna place them skin side up or, face side up for the first 20 minutes. The fat of the chicken, obviously the alcohol, are gonna really help with the smoke and to bringing these chicken wings to life. Gonna try to get these as close together as possible. All right, I'm gonna cover it up. This process right here takes about 40 minutes in total. You wanna do 20 minutes on each side. Really the time is just about the crispiness of the skin. So the next time you see me, it'll be 20 minutes later and hopefully these wings will have really great color on them and they'll start to come to life. All right, 20 minutes later, we're gonna go ahead, check out our wings. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it off and I'm gonna flip them all over. I'm really pleased with the color on them right now. They're looking really great so far. All right, let's go ahead and cover this back up. Since we've got a little bit of a flame going on inside, since we have a ventilator on top, we're gonna go ahead and close it so that we can kind of, die out the flame. As you can see, the flame is dying out as, all the smoke is coming out. So that's really great. So we're not gonna have any, burned wings essentially. And we're gonna continue on for another about 20 minutes to really get our flavor and our color good. We really wanna get the skin as crisp as possible so that we can toss it with our marinade and then with our, dip with our barbecue sauce and then we can enjoy our wings, all right? And they are perfect, just the way they are. I love the color. This is what you're looking for. You're looking for that nice golden brown color. And they've got a nice crisp skin on the outside of them. That's beautiful. So we have our marinade that we reduced earlier. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take these guys, throw them right into the marinade, just so that the Hennessy flavor can be reiterated at that point and really, really, brought out. So that with our cola barbecue sauce, you can get the real effect of the Henny and Coke. Right. Set that there. We're gonna go ahead and cover this back up. I'm just gonna take it, kind of toss it around a little bit, try to get all these guys nice and coated. Okay, now I'm gonna start placing them onto the platter. Right. And just to finish it off, I reserved a little bit of the chopped parsley that I had. So we're just gonna go ahead, give it a quick sprinkle. And there we have it, folks. We have Hennessy and Coca-Cola barbecue wings. Hello again, my name is Chef Raya Frazier and you've just experienced the Raya Effect. Now what the Raya Effect really is my business that I'm trying to get off the ground, starting off with a food truck, which is named Kitchen 201, eventually moving to a brick and mortar, and then at the end of all of that, a chef consulting company. Now, what I really would like you all to do is go and like and share everything that you've just seen. Really just view it. Hopefully you'll try the recipes out yourself because they're surefire and they're really gonna wow people. And I really just wanna get this food truck off the ground and start traveling and taking it everywhere and really just having the Raya Effect all over the country. So, please again, I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for watching this video and, like and share me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All right.